Good afternoon, how are you? You good? Cool. My name's Cam, and today you're going to notice something. You're going to notice I walk a little bit funny and I talk a little bit funny, and I'm not drunk. But I was born with cerebral palsy, a physical disability which affects the way in which messages travel around my body. Instead of them traveling smooth, like they do for most of you, mine get a little bit excited. And my head speed bumps slow along the way, meaning my limbs are a little bit shaky, and so too is my voice. But what you see is what you get. I live in a normal house, I drive a normal car, I have more friends than anyone I know. And if it was a magical cure to make my cerebral palsy disappear, I would have to think twice about taking it, for I cannot see my life going in any better direction. Life is what we make it. And when we are comfortable with who we are, we see opportunity. We clarify purpose and we achieve some awesome things. Awesome! It's my favorite word. Strong, positive, and so encouraging. In fact, I love it so much, I'm going to do a magic trick for you guys. Are you ready? Okay. Well, I'm not quite like the guy dynamo on TV, like an elephant won't appear on the stage. But I can do this. A 1, a 2, a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Awesome! Thank you. And I was going to give an awesome a few years ago by a dear friend of mine who knows how special this is to me. And the moment I saw it, it was love at first sight. And I couldn't wait to get it back to my office and stick it on my desk. Because not only would people think that my name was awesome, but words influence how we feel and therefore what we can achieve. By seeing the word awesome, I like to see people stop, smile, and think. Think about what they have done, what they are doing, or what they could be doing to live an awesome life. And I feel fortunate to be living an awesome life. Not just for the experiences I've had, but the lessons they taught me along the way. Things like bungee jumping. But all we need to do in life is trust the process. I was 12 years old before I could ride a bike, but I always believed I could. I learned to drive in a manual car because when we're learning things, we only want to do it once. And if you have a choice of going hard or go harder, go harder. It gives you more choices. Things like skiing. The first time I went skiing, I had every bit of equipment a disabled skier needed, and I didn't use any of it. But over preparation gives us confidence to do things like this, skydiving from 15,000 feet. And you know, as I stand in this room today, I believe every single one of us is presented with a challenge in life. Some challenges are more obvious than others, but we need to embrace that challenge to create a base and then leverage our opportunity and our uniqueness to exceed expectation. Imagine that, continuing to become more than you or anyone around you could ever imagine. I remember at primary school putting my name down for the egg and spoon race, not really taking into account how messy this could get. Egg, spoon, cerebral palsy. As it neared my turn to be egg on spoon, I heard my father call out to me, "Cam, over here." So I walk over to Dad. Dad says, "My boy, you can be whatever you want to be in this world. And if you want to win today, just believe you can." And with that, he spat out a piece of chewing gum, put it on the spoon, stuck the egg on top, and said, "Good luck." Thank you. Now, not only did I finish the race with the egg intact, I was the only student to defy gravity, crossing the finish line with the egg under my spoon. You know, the person who believes they can and the person who believes they can't are usually both right. And in growing up with cerebral palsy, but really just in growing up as a young person, I jumped between the two. Yes, yes, I can. No, no, I can't. And when I say I can't, I really mean I can't. But then at the same time, I realized I always had a choice, and that's the choice we all have. We can teach ourselves what we want to tell ourselves. If we want to be stuck in a place, we can go out and we can tell ourselves what we want. And I remember I was in form class at high school, and there was a piece of paper circling for us students to put our name down for our upcoming athletics day. Expecting the form to sail past me, it stopped on my desk. What was I to do? I really wanted to put down my name, but inside my head was a little voice saying, what will people think? What may they say? What I've come to realize is we always have this voice inside our head. You're listening to it right now. Wonder if I'm going to get an award. Can't wait to go home. But we can only ever listen to one voice at a time, and I listened to the voice of my best friend who suggested I put my name down for the shortest event for 100 meters, a race that was in no way logical for me to win. And I didn't. I lost by a long way. But as I ran down that track, something awesome did happen. I heard other kids chanting my name. Go Cam, you can do it. It was like my own movie. And as I crossed that finish line, someone told me about the Paralympics, that I could be competitive in this field. And you know, school's about doing what you know you love. It's about doing what you're good at. But it's also about appreciating that there's people here doing things that maybe they haven't done before, but maybe scare them a little bit. And our job is to support them to be the best that they can be. I went out and I found the best coach that I could find. I said, Coach, don't worry about the cerebral palsy. I know everything there is to know about that. You made me a champion. We left most on turn, and 6 months later I was selected to represent New Zealand at the Australian Junior Paralympics, where I won gold in both the 100 and 200 metres. Thank you. From winning junior championships, my ambition grew to winning national, international and world championships, of which I achieved all of them. Winning championships. New Zealand and Canada, Sweden, America. I made it into the top 10 in the world of athletes with cerebral palsy, and what I'm most proud of is this image here. That's me as a 21-year-old, so a few years ago now, but you can keep a photo forever. As a representation of what can be achieved when we identify a challenge, leverage our opportunities and our uniqueness, and indeed live for awesome. And today you've all got an opportunity. You've got an opportunity to stop and reflect on the life that you've had. What are all those moments that you're so proud of? But what does this image and these awards represent to you? What are you still striving towards? And what does it take to really exceed expectations? What it takes is stuff that hopefully we speak about around the dinner table: hard work, passion, commitment, your school values. But it takes a few more things. And I want you to tell me these things, but I'm going to give you a clue. Who remembers this movie? And how does the song go? Okay, stop. Everything is cool when you're part of a team. Who's in your team? Your mom, your dad, your teachers, your coaches, your family, your whānau. People who make you believe that you can achieve anything. How does the rest of the song go? Everything is cool when you're living your dream. I want you to think over the holidays about what your dreams are. Your dream isn't what your best mate's doing. It's not necessarily what mum and dad do. Your dream's that thing that gets your knees shaking, your butterflies flying. Some people say, what if a dream is too hard? Well, do you remember how hard it was learning to tie your shoelace, learning your first timetable, or doing your first essay? Now look where you are. So what is too hard for us builds the foundation to who we become. Last year I met up with a good friend of mine, Mike Alsop. He's an adventurer in New Zealand pilot. He's climbed Mount Everest. Last year he climbed up Mount Kilimanjaro. He did it in record time, and he said, Cam, have you ever thought about climbing Mount Kilimanjaro, the tallest freestanding mountain in the world? And I was like, no. No way. I never thought about it. It wasn't part of my bucket list, but the reasons for saying yes became way more awesome than the perceptions for saying no. So 20 minutes later, I made my deposit. And then I jumped in my car and I was like, Cam, what are you doing? You hate walking, and you've never done anything like this before. But what I love doing is challenging the mind, challenging perception, and connecting people. So I wrote an email to 20 people I know who inspire me, inviting them on a trip of a lifetime. From that email, 19 people said yes. And on the 10th of June 2019, we started climbing Kilimanjaro. At this stage, we're at day 3, 12,000 feet. Altitude sickness was kicking in. For me, my lungs were the size of grapes. My head felt the size of a peanut. For 6 hours, I'm vomiting every 20, 25 minutes. I'd see helicopters taking people off that mountain every single day because of altitude sickness. And I had to dig really deep with the question of, do I stop? Do I cave into what I don't know? Or do I become a champion of myself? And this is a question we get to ask ourselves every single day when things don't go to plan. Do we stop, do we cave in, or do we become a champion? And look, there were a lot of reasons not to do that climb. I'd never done anything like it before. I wasn't getting the best food. I had a few injuries and niggles. But what I did have was a dream. What I did have was motivation. And what I did have was people. And what is the most important thing in our world? It is the people.
You raise me up.
It is the people.
So I can stand on.
It is the people. Even better when you have a parent from your school who can sing. This is day 4. It's a 1,000-foot mountain hill. It took 6 hours to get to the top. There's my guide. He's climbed the mountain 145 times. And this is 5:45 on the morning of the 15th of June, after climbing through the night, minus 10 degrees, 19,000 feet, top of Kilimanjaro. And also made it to the top too. And you know, when you leave today, guys, you're going to be given this card. Some of you may remember it from when I spoke here a few years ago. Dream big, achieve more. 4 awesome words in my gift to you. On the back of it, you can look me up on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, be really professional, mum and dad, and connect up on LinkedIn. But what I really want you to do is I want you to look at this card and I want you to think to yourself, what makes you strong? Package it up, take it to your community. What makes you different? Difference is a good thing, but people who count in this world look for those who are different. Be extraordinary. There's a reason for the Olympic Games, Paralympic Games, World Championships, and other accreditations. They don't exist for the naturally elite. They exist for the dreamers, believers, and achievers who showcase what is possible. And look, when I was at school, I didn't really know what I wanted to be, but I knew what I wanted to do. I wanted to live a life where I could travel, where I could entertain, and where I could connect. Things that were seen as dreams or not even careers. But because of those things, I stayed motivated to look for the opportunities. And now those things that were just dreams are now my career. I do this 145 times a year, all over the world, traveling, entertaining, connecting. So if you know what you want to be, awesome, hold on to it. But don't let things get in the way of what you want to do, because it is often through the process of attempting the seemingly impossible that the most extraordinary outcomes are achieved. And that is awesome. Thank you, and enjoy your holidays. Thank you. Awesome.